Welcome to Fragile Agile, a fun game about software development. In this game your goal is to build and release software products, or epics as they are called in Agile terminology. Epics consist of stories, which are developed using developers. For every 4 development capacity, you can create a story. Of course, writing software is very hard, as we all know. So you will get 2 bugs for every story you develop. If you're short on development capacity, you can even cut corners and you will get 1 extra bug for every capacity short. Bugs get into your deck and slow you down and even make a handover of your epic to your customer fail. It's possible to fix bugs using development capacity or tools. Tools are useful but expensive and they cost you money. They have various effects as described on the card. Also, you can recruit new developers using money. You start out with 5 money in your deck and you earn more after each successful handover of an epic. Perhaps this is a good moment to explain the deck. Fragile Agile is a so-called deck builder game. It means that you start out with a hand of cards from your deck. Each turn you draw 5 cards from the draw pile. After playing, you discard all those cards to your discard pile. If your draw pile is empty, you reshuffle your discard pile into a new draw pile. So effectively your cards are continuously recycled. Bugs, recruited developers and handed over epics are all sent to your discard pile and they can either slow or improve your deck. Just developing the stories is not enough to do a handover. You also need to maintain and integrate your stories. To maintain your stories, you just place a developer below the story card. You make sure that the story symbols on the cards match. To integrate your stories, you need to place a developer between 2 stories and make sure again those story symbols match. Once you have maintained and integrated all your stories, you're ready for handover to your customer. Your epic is now ready and you can do the handover. You draw a new set of cards from the draw pile, which is called the handover draw. You then select a customer from the available players, most likely the one which is least able to resist you. That player may now draw from your handover draw 1 card and 1 extra card for every integration test that player has. The cards are played open on the table, and if there are bugs among the detected cards, they are being executed. And they will very likely fill your handover. So generally it's not a good idea to have a lot of bugs in your deck. On the other hand, if your handover succeeds and you still have bugs in your handover draw which have not been detected, your customer gets those. Hooray! You got rid of them. For more complex epics, the junior developers you started out with are not sufficient. You need to recruit more developers. You generally have 2 paths to choose from. You can buy the good developers, which are generally less productive, but they have positive skills like evading bugs or even fixing them cheaper. Or you can choose the bad developers, which are very productive, but they also create a lot of bugs. You choose. Choose wisely. Some players choose not to fix their bugs. Instead, they pass them on to unsuspecting customers. In order to protect yourself against this evil behavior, you can buy acceptance tests. For every acceptance test that you have, you can draw 1 extra card during the handover process and increase your chances of detecting bugs in the developer's hand. Finally, the first player to hand over 3 epics successfully ends the game. That player gets a bonus for being first to finish. And then all players count their victory points. Every bug counts as -1, and you add up all the victory point values of the scored epics. The player with the most points wins the game. There. Now you know everything you need to play Fragile Agile. Have fun.